Now, moving on to cloud computing, what's your approach to the cloud? I know Cisco's got their approach, involves owning some server hardware and selling through that. What's your approach? How's it different? Why do you think it's better?
Well, the thing that, when you look at cloud computing, it's fundamentally an architectural shift of centralizing massive numbers of servers and storage devices in these mega data centers. Now, when you put that many storage devices and servers in a single data center, you've got to connect them. And using the legacy network approach of connecting those servers and storage is very complex, and it's very expensive, and it just doesn't perform in these massive data centers. So our approach is focusing on the intellectual property that enables an architectural shift to collapse layers in the network in the data center, improve the economics, and improve the overall performance of these large data centers. And that's what we're seeing with customers like the New York Stock Exchange, many large financial services institutions, as we're engaging and helping them enable these mega data centers.
How do you play with virtualization? It seems like more and more there's talk about virtual switches, virtual connect happening, not so much the hard equipment that we used to look at as being what networking was all about. How do you play in an environment where more and more is getting virtualized?
Yeah, well, clearly when you have a server, one server that has virtualization, there'll be virtual switches within that server. When you have many physical servers, you have to connect those with physical switching. Now, clearly virtualization is a key technology asset in this cloud computing paradigm. We've got a partnership with VMware. We announced some technology that we released just in the last month or so that allows a customer to provision in a simple way not only their physical switches but their virtual switches from a simple single user interface. And so we're collaborating with the virtualization providers to ensure that the physical network interoperates and works very seamlessly with the virtual one.
VMware had some strong results this past quarter. Microsoft said its virtualization business doubled. Are you seeing that kind of demand for virtual switches and virtual networking solutions?
Well, certainly virtualization creates significant economic benefits for customers. It allows them to get better utilization of the capital that they invest in these servers and more flexibility as they move application workloads around. And so the paradigm of cloud computing in these massive data centers depends on virtualization, and that's what's driving the demand for virtualization. Likewise, these mega data centers are driving demand for a new architecture of the network to connect these devices, and frankly, that's what's driving our business, and that's what helped us to achieve a 31% year-on-year growth in the enterprise.
So some of that demand is really what's driving growth?
Absolutely, and it is a market trend towards centralization of these data centers, and it is a technology disruption in the area of virtualization of a new way to do it, and it's a technology disruption in terms of the network fabric that runs within those data centers.